dear students, welcome to the 7th session on the chapter Death of a Partner. Here in this session, we are going to take up the next question. A, B and C are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. The balance sheet as on 30th June 2015, at which date A died, is as under. On the asset side, we find cash, data, stock, furniture, machinery and buildings. On the liability side, creditors, bank overdraft, reserve fund, current account balances of 3 partners and capital account balances of 3 partners. The partnership deed provided that on the death of a partner, first one, the firm shall be continued by other partners. Second one, goodwill to be valued on the basis of 2 years' profits of the 3 preceding years. And the third one, fixed and floating asset to be revalued. The profits of the 3 preceding years were 30,000, 45,000, 60,000 respectively. On revaluation of the assets, they came to know that buildings valued at 60,000, machinery at 80,000, furniture at 8,000, stock at 21,000, and a 10% provision for doubtful debts is required. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account, deceased partners executors account and balance sheet of B and C. So let's analyze this question. What is the major difference we find in this question when compared to the previous questions? The main difference is that here in this question they have given current account balances of the partners, unlike the previous questions. Okay. So now let's analyze the other informations given in the question. There were 3 partners A, B and C, and they were sharing the profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. Okay. So this was their profit sharing ratio. Now A has died. Who are the remaining partners? B and C are the remaining partners, and as per the partnership deed, they are required to continue the business of the firm. On the asset side, we find cash, data, stock, furniture, machinery and buildings. On the liability side, along with the current account balances and capital account balances, they have given creditors, bank overdraft and reserve fund. The partnership deed provided that on the death of a partner, as I said, the remaining partners are required to continue the business of the firm. Second one, goodwill to be valued on the basis of 2 years purchase of the 3 preceding years. In the next adjustment, they have given what are the profits for those 3 years. So we have to take the average of that. You have to divide it by 3. You get the average profit multiplied by 2 years purchase. Okay, 2 years. If you multiply, you will get the total value of the goodwill. But we require only deceased partner share. What is the share of profit that belongs to the deceased partner? That is A. It is 4/9. Okay, that is how we are going to calculate the deceased partner share in the goodwill. Okay, then they have also given the information about revaluation of assets and liabilities. The building was valued at 60,000. Okay, earlier the value was building, book value was 30,000. Now there has been an increase in the value of building by 30,000, which is a revaluation profit. When you prepare the revaluation account, you have to credit that. Then machinery was revalued at 80,000. Earlier the value of machinery was 20,000. Again there is increase in the value of machinery, so you have to credit that to the revaluation account. The next one is furniture. Earlier the value of furniture was 3,000. Now it has been 8,000. So there is again increase in the value of furniture by 5,000. You have to credit that. Then stock, now it is shown at revalued at 21,000. Earlier the value of stock was only 16,000. Again there has been an increase in the value of stock. And we have to create 10% provision for doubtful debts. The amount of data is 10,000. On that, if you calculate 10%, it comes to 1,000. So these are the adjustments relating to revaluation. No other adjustments are given. So first, let's show the working note with regard to calculation of value of goodwill and deceased partner share in that. So as I said, preceding 3 years profits they have given. We have to divide it by 3. We get the average profit multiplied by 2. 2 years purchase. We get the total goodwill of the firm. But we require only deceased partner share. So we have to multiply it by 4/9. We get the amount 40,000. So this should be adjusted in the gain ratio between the remaining partners. So as I said, in this case, the while calculating the gain ratio, case 2 is applicable. The new profit sharing ratio between the remaining partners itself is the gain ratio. So it should be, this 40,000 should be distributed between B and C in 3:2 ratio, that is gain ratio. Okay, so the entry here would be B's capital account data, C's capital account data to A's capital account. So this is the first working note we have. Then no other adjustments are given. Straight away we are going to prepare the revaluation account. There we are going to show the revaluation profits on the revaluation of building 30,000, machinery 60,000, furniture 5,000, stock 5,000, and this is regarding creating the 10% provision. So when you close the revaluation account, you get the balancing figure of 99,000 on the debit side, which represent that there is profit on revaluation, and this should be distributed among all the partners in their profit sharing ratio, that is 4:3:2, including the deceased partner. Okay, then the next step would be for preparing the partner's capital account. So don't get confused here. In the capital account, we are not going to adjust the current account. So current account will be adjusted when we prepare the executor's account. So capital account will be prepared as it is. So first we are going to write the opening balances as given in the balance sheet. A, B and C 20,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Then they have given reserve fund amounting to 9,000, which will be distributed in 4:3:2 ratio, 4,000, 3,000 and 2,000. Then we have to transfer the revaluation result. In this case, as we calculated here, we have to transfer this revaluation profit. Then the next adjustment would be for goodwill adjustment. Here we have already written. So B's capital account data, C's capital account data to A's capital account. So in the credit side we have to write by B's capital account, by C's capital account, but the amount will be written in deceased partners column. The other part of the transaction would appear on the debit side. To A's capital account, amounts will be written in B and C's column. Okay. After this, we are going to close the deceased partner's capital account and see what is the final balance left, which should be transferred to his executor's account. Here we get the total of 1,08,000. Nothing to be deducted here. The same balancing figure we will get. So in front of that, we have to write to A's executor's account, final balance transferred. Then we are going to close the other two partners capital account also. Here we get the total of 56,000 and 34,000. Then when you deduct this goodwill adjustment amounts, you get the balancing figures as 32,000 and 18,000. As these two partners are going to continue the business of the firm, so this will be written as to balance carried down. Then the next step is preparing the deceased partner, that is A's executor's account. Here we have transferred the final balance. What is the entry we have passed here? A's capital account data to executor's account. So in the executor's account we have to write by A's capital account. How we transferred capital balance? In the same way we have to see what is the current account balance, whether it is showing debit balance or credit balance. Here it is given in the liability side, which means it is showing a credit balance of 7,000. If you want to close that, you have to give debit to the current account. A's current account data to A's executor's account. So in the executor's account you are going to write by A's current account 7,000. In this question they have not given whether the payment will be done immediately or partially payment, nothing is given. So you are just going to close the balance and retain this amount as it is. Okay, and the same balance will be taken to the balance sheet. So here we get the balancing figure of 1,15,000 to balance carried down. Then we are going to prepare the balance sheet of B and C, that is remaining partners, as on the same date. Cash we are going to write the same balance because there are no cash related transactions. Datas we are going to deduct that RBD and write the remaining balance. Stock we are going to add the appreciation and write. Furniture also appreciation and write. Machinery also add the appreciation and write. Building also add the appreciation and write. Then coming to the liability side, creditors as it is we are writing. Bank overdraft also same we are going to write. In addition to the other two current and capital account balances, we have to write A's executor's account because he has not been paid. Okay. Then we are going to write the current account balances of B and C. As it is, we are going to bring down that balance. We are going to carry forward that balance to the next year. Then capital account balances of B and C as we calculated here in the capital account. It is 32,000 and 18,000. When you write all these balances, your balance sheet tallies at 1,79,000. Okay. So that's about this solution about the present question. So let's solve few more questions in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.